Let's imagine that you are a Spartan about to go into war. You have your sword in one hand and your shield in the other. Your entire army marches up the hills until you can finally see the enemy on the horizon. You've met here to kill each other, okay? So naturally, your heart starts racing, adrenaline starts going. The men around you, they start maybe doing like a war chant or something like that, right? Let's imagine you go into battle with these people and you know that it's either you or them. Someone's giving his life. How tight do you think that you would grip your sword? Do you think you would hold like a weak grip, like kind of like you're holding something delicate, or your heart's not in it, or you don't really want to be here? Or do you think you would crush the hell out of that handle? Do you think you would hold it like it's an extension of your body? And when you swing that sword, it's like you're swinging a limb. There's no weak grip there. In order to kill your foes, you have to hold your sword with an iron grip, a strong iron grip. In the same way, you should be holding the weights in the gym with an iron grip. You should be attempting to crush the metal of the handle beneath your fingers. The physical benefits are that it helps you brace against the weight. Perhaps it subconsciously improves your form a little bit, makes your frame a bit stronger. Your grip's not going to slip. Your hand is stuck to the weight. So of course it's going to make it physically better, but the psychological benefits are there as well. The difference between when I was just working out and when I was attacking the weight was extremely noticeable in the gym. I remember I would go through plateaus where I would hit kind of weight limits that I thought were genetic limits, and like it was no small number, right? So it was like reasonable for me to assume, okay, maybe I've hit my genetic limit for this weight. And then I would be having a bad night. I would get in the gym, I would be angry, and I would take it out on the weights, and I would hit PR after PR. The reason that I could do that was I was holding it like I wanted to choke the weight to death, like I was trying to kill the weight. There's something about it. It just makes you push harder. So you need to be doing that. You need to be attacking the weight. When you're in war, right? Like we're evolved to be, we're in like brutal hand-to-hand combat. You're going to be at your best when you are in like full attack mode. You know how there's like a fight or flight response? When you're in the fight response, that is when you perform best. When you're in kind of like a comfortable, weak little response where it's like, oh man, I'm got my nice clothes on, and I'm going out to the gym and we're going to do a little workout, and I'm going to try and push a little bit more weight. I'm going to try my progressive overload. That is not the same as attacking the weight, as literally like trying to explode with as much force as you can. Almost like transferring like your angry energy into the weights, your dark energy into the weights. That will make you instantly 10% stronger. I swear to God, it will make you instantly 10% stronger. I've gone through periods where it seemed like it was impossible to progressive overload. Sometimes you just reach like a limit where you can't progressively overload. I would always break those limits by getting aggressive, by being angry. And then when I refound the ability to be angry at the weights, to attack the weight, I would go through seasons where I would hit PR after PR after PR after PR, and I would just go up in a ton of weight. I would get so much stronger. So you need to be doing that. Remember the analogy from the beginning the next time that you get under the barbell or grab some dumbbells. Attack the weight. There are a couple ways to do this really, really well. And probably the biggest one is to grab the weight like when you take your fingers off, there's going to be marks in the metal where your fingers were. Like there's going to be an imprint in the metal. Imagine you were trying to crush it. This will obviously help with like wrist strength as well, like grip strength, which is really good for exercises like barbell flat bench press, right? So But you'll feel stronger just from doing this. And you have to take this seriously. Like, if you're not used to gripping something, if you haven't worked your grip strength, then it might be kind of hard to grip it at the intensity that you have to. But you need to practice this on every exercise. Attempt to do it as hard as you can, because it will improve your strength and the ability to push the weight. Probably the only other one that I know of is to breathe really aggressively and deeply right before you do the set, right? So basically take like a bunch of deep breaths, but like really, really fast, to kind of get yourself pumped up and get that blood flowing and kind of like channel that aggressive energy. So yeah, do those two things the next time that you get under the weight. That's all I wanted to talk about today. But I think it's super important to harness aggressive energy when you're trying to lift weights, because that's essentially what it is. It's essentially a battle when it comes down to it. That's what, if you think about like our original ancestors, they didn't have bodybuilding. What built their muscles was either like hard labor or like war, like fighting. That's what built their muscles, you know? And so I think when you get in that aggressive mode, your brain goes, okay, it's fight mode. It's fight mode now. So we have to push more weight. We have to go harder. We have to fight against the enemy now. We have to perform this lift or the enemy gets the best of us. So that's just a little tip I wanted to give you. Try that, and you should subscribe. Bye.